Hello, welcome back to Tales of Middle Earth. I'm Circle Master. Mateo here is with me.
Hello. There it goes.
It
Now
should
it's
be.
live.
There we go. All you missed was a little inventory management, nothing special.
As Mateo was quick to come in and point out Circle's mistake.
It wasn't Circle's mistake, it was OBS's mistake. I pressed all the right buttons. It was the settings that were wrong. Potion of healing I'm going to want. Am I? Yeah, I will. Actually, that's a lie. I won't. I'm just gonna sell it right back. Who cares? Only one scroll of greater identify, and I've got so many things to identify. Here, Mateo, which do you want to learn more about?
What are our options?
Well, as soon as the stream catches up, you will see them.
Well, I see an inventory. I'm just not sure which things we
Anything
could
that's
identify.
not the empty bottles.
Okay. Uh, let's learn about the excellent bastard sword.
It is a bastard sort of slay animal. Apparently, not very excellent at all. Not as much damage as our current weapon, which is the broadsword Glamdring, which is as expected. So we're just going to sell that off. Staff of healing. Interesting, but not needed. There we go. 7 scrolls of greater identify. Where did I must have killed some townsperson and gotten a metallic purple potion from them. And it was a potion of booze.
So I haven't been here the last couple of streams because of work shit. What are we doing now?
Well, we're actually playing the game. I've cleared out the first dungeon, the Barrow Downs. I'm now doing inventory management before I head into the next dungeon.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I was still seeing Bree.
Yeah, I'm just, like I said, inventory management. I'm identifying all the sweet loot I got from rescued princesses.
Plus, I also noticed the title of the last stream was Never Left Bree.
Yeah, I since I'm doing a playthrough, I decided to mess with the title since I am leaving Bree. Oh, that's not a bad scimitar. Not as good as an artifact, but not a bad scimitar at all. Ah, this was the terrible bastard sword that we got as a reward. It is an artifact, the bastard sword of Meldilgas. It decreases your constitution and attack speed by 2. It has been blessed by the gods for some reason. It induces random teleportation. It aggravates nearby creatures. This is pretty terrible. And yeah, it's a Randart, I'm pretty sure. Which is why I got it as a reward. That's just a shovel of digging. And lastly, we have a longbow of extra shots, which gives us extra shots. So what is my current armor? Just soft-studded leather. Zeke Surai says it's so bad it aggravates your enemies. Ha. They are both -1 to accuracy, so let's go with the one with higher armor bonus. You need to blow your nose or something, dude.
Yeah, I know. I can't take any of my cold medicine yet because I want to take the NyQuil before I go to bed. Be right back.
Alright. And to nobody's surprise, The store will not buy the bastard sword of Meldilgas, despite not being cursed or anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to donate it to the Madam House. It's like a museum for stuff. Once you donate something, you can't take it back. But I'm pretty sure we're done with that. Since it's full of terrible things. Also, we have an essence of life from somewhere. So, inventory being sorted.
Hooray.
It is now time to go to the next dungeon.
You know, the Dayquil I took during work has done jack shit.
So we just head a little bit north, and behold, an Orc Cave. This is your best bet for the next dungeon to enter once you're done with the Barrow Downs. We're just going to hop on in. There are no quests in this dungeon.
Hooray.
It is not a main quest. It is not a main dungeon, I guess you would say. Also, in addition to stairs down, there are shafts down, which will take you down or up several levels. Not just one at a time. But we are going to visit every level of this dungeon for one very specific reason. And that is that this dungeon can have markets in it.
Black?
A variety, in fact. They will tend to have high-level items in them. Tend to be expensive, and they persist on that level once discovered. So you can come back later and revisit them. Also, this rude jerk is casting magic missiles at me. And these rude jellies are sucking up my magic. No, show me the, there we go, the scroll. It's one I don't have. So basically I'm looking for individual stairs down. Also, you'll notice that it is all granite and mountain. There's no trees or anything like there were in the Barrow Downs. Oh, we found Vort the Kobold Queen. She usually hangs out either at an early level here in the Orc Cave or a deep level of the Barrow Downs where we have been. And she dropped a filthy rag that is flagged as good, so yay.
Hooray.
I will leave the jokes about the queen being on the rag to someone else. So yeah, at this point I'm still just looking for stairs down. Not the shaft down, because I want to visit every level in the hopes of finding a market level. And hey, we found a friendly co-aligned firebird who's now going to follow us around and attack monsters on our behalf, including this hunting hawk. But I'm faster than this thing, so let's stairs up. Also, unlike the Barrow Downs, which had all the stairs at the edges of the map, the stairs here can be anywhere. And there we go, down staircase. I have a good feeling, and I see another big mass of kobolds, including Mugash the Kobold Lord. So both of the kobold uniques are right next to each other. In this instance, I'm just going to carve my way to Mugash and kill him. And he dropped a cap, it looks like. And kobolds cannot see invisible things. I don't think they have infravision, so they're just kind of wandering around. Rather than being able to actually come after me and attack me.
No, the first D&D campaign I played had a kobold. It was named Meepo. It guarded Calcrix, the ice dragon.
Why? Dare I ask?
Because it was level 1 play guide, or play adventure, whatever you want to call it.
We've got Crypt Keeps. Another set of summoners. We got downstairs. I'm just going to leave all these Crypt Keeps alone and head downstairs. Where I find basically nothing. Just more orcs to slaughter. That's why this is a good second dungeon, is because there are some dangerous things, but for the most part, it's just orcs and kobolds to slaughter. With only the occasional undead to really threaten you.
Occasional.
Well, as compared to the number of orcs that you find, yes, occasional. There's another fountain here, but I don't expect it to be anything worthwhile, so I'm just going to pass up the fountains for now. Oh, I got a cursed something. Also, I've picked up some, more mushrooms for some reason.
Picked up any more death fates?
Nope. The only fate I've gotten so far now is something about a naga. I think it was. I don't know. That was a previous one, I guess. I've got no fates right now. Which honestly is pretty fine with me. Well, this took me somewhere. Took me to a bunch of wolves. Oh, this is like, some sort of mini vault. Like the most basic of mini vaults, not really. Where it's just 2 rooms. I'm gonna go ahead and drink a potion. Just so I can figure out where the stairs are, and they're over there. But let me figure out which way is the exit to this room that I'm in.
Leave? Why would you want to leave?
There we go. It was down. Why did I pick up a broken dagger? Oh, because I got hit by a trap. Actually, it's good. It is an enchanted broken dagger. A very good feeling. That's not the sound of a market is what I'm looking for. I want to hear the sound of a market.
I would just like my cold to go away now.
Well, we can't always get what we want.
Too tired to sing.
Yeah. But there is another reason that I'm in this dungeon that I will find sooner or later. Actually, later. Oh, what is this? Why do I have a potion of booze?
Because it's always booze o'clock.
I have found Boldor, king of the Yeeks.
Sorry, did you say yeeks or geeks?
Yeeks with a Y. Yeeks are the weakest playable race in the game. But this one, Boldor is a great Yeek, powerful in magic and sorcery, but a Yeek all the same.
Yeek.
He can actually summon other Yeeks. He's usually in the bottom of... what's it? The Barrow Downs. That's where he normally spawns. Probably because of the Princess quest, he did not spawn there. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these stupid mushrooms, because I don't need them. And I'm going to get rid of all these average pieces of gear that I'm carrying, just to make room in my inventory. Now we'll head downstairs and we hear the sound of a market. Here we go. This is oh, and we are in the market. So we've got 2 weapon shops, 3 weapon shops of a sort. Some sort of magic shop, some sort of black market, some sort of armor shop. I think 9 is spellbook, and a plus sign, which is something special. Some sort of special shop. Also, leveled townspeople can be spawned in markets. So we've got, instead of the normal level 0 mean-looking mercenary, we have the much more dangerous level 10 mean-looking mercenary. And I say much more dangerous jokingly. And see, the first weapon store is an axe smith. He only sells axes of various sorts. We don't care about that. Then we have the polearm smith, who only sells polearms. We don't care about that. Next, we have the swordsmith. Swords are good. He does not seem to be selling anything of particular use, although he is selling a cutlass of Gondolin that gives telepathic powers. That's actually pretty nice. Let me compare that to my... let's see. 396 against the worst case versus 400 against the worst case for this. It's kind of a toss-up. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep Glamdring because it's an artifact and I'm biased. I'm biased toward artifacts. Oh, a jewelry shop. Jewelry shops are very nice. For instance, this one's selling a very nice Ring of Slaying that I'm going to buy. Let's see. Amulet of Resistance, which covers all the basic resistances, which is Amulet of Reflection, reflects bolts and arrows, that's kind of Does have 2 Rings of Constitution. This is actually not a great haul for a jewelry shop, but we should note that there is a jewelry shop here. Wait, am I already wearing 2 rings? Oh right, I've got a Ring of Extra Attacks. I should not have bought this Ring of Slaying. Oh well.
Oh, darn.
It's not like I don't have money to burn. The special shop is a recaller. He will sell us scrolls of Word of Recall, which we're going to buy all of. You can also just pay him 300 gold and recall back to town. If you were on the surface, the recall to dungeon would send you back down to the dungeon, and that's why it says recall to dungeon. But yeah, for 300 gold, we can just go right back to town, and he will sell us scrolls of Word of Recall. So that's pretty convenient. We, in fact, given how full our inventory is, we might make use of his services. This is an expensive black market.
What black market isn't?
It generally just means that he sells higher quality stuff, but not really in this case. He's got a bunch of crap. So I'm kind of miffed at this market so far, like entirely. Over at the spells, yeah, we got a library where it's just a bunch of nice spell books that you can buy for a lot of money, but we're not a spellcaster, so what do we care? And a footwear shop. Footwear shops are generally good because the magic boots that they sell can sometimes be boots of speed, which would be nice. This guy's selling some boots of free action, which honestly, we kind of need free action. We don't have it.
Free the action.
Well, last time I went dungeon delving, I died because I got paralyzed and never got out of it. Because I did not have free action. So yeah, we're gonna buy those and throw those on just for safety's sake.
Right back again.
Alright. And down we go. We're going to continue our hunt for more market levels. Market levels do tend to get better the deeper in the dungeon you go. Although, being in the same dungeon again, maybe not necessarily. Oh! That was an interesting trap that moved the walls around. We're starting to hit more and more traps. In fact. Here's an open arena level.
I'm going to start popping pills.
You do that. Me saying that was not an endorsement, just an acknowledgement of what you were doing anyway. Nobody come after me for saying that I encourage drug use or anything, please.
I need my drugs so I can sleep tonight.
Still no other market level yet. There's not really much point to killing these monsters. Although this one breeds explosively, so I'm going to kill it. And he was also on top of the staircase, so that's handy. This is an interesting destroyed up section of dungeon. These are magma veins and sand walls. Oh, and there's a unique down below me. Gorbag the Orc Captain. Oh, there's a door mimic. Somewhere around here there's a door that... There it is. It's not really a door. No, it was not really a door. It was a door mimic. He was casting spells at me. It was
Quick,
rude.
cast Reflect.
But here is the other reason to come to the Orc Cave, This is the first special level of the game that you will usually find. This is Death Watch. You can visit a special level only once per game. If I leave going back up the stairs, it will be gone forever. And the game will prompt me as such. And on Death Watch are 3 artifacts that I can find. I'm going to cheat by using a Potion of Enlightenment. And they're very good artifacts. They're very useful to early characters, especially artificers, because one of them is a set of artifact leather gloves. And leather gloves are all that you can use, really, as an alchemist if you want to be able to do alchemy. And you don't really have to contend with much here. There's just a bunch of orcs. There are some uniques. But pretty much you just wade in and start murdering things. If you're delicate, you can just wait in the hallways and lure things out and start murdering them. If you're brash and overconfident like me, you can just charge into the room and start murdering things. And here we have Lagdoof the Snaga, the first of the uniques, and he's going to go down probably in 1 round of combat. Yep. I'll grab the thing he dropped. It might be good, but probably not. Trying to remember where the artifacts are. I don't remember that there is one down here. I may just be wasting my time. You can see one off to my left there. Well, you could. It said an orc just stepped on top of it. I'm kind of waking up everything in the joint. Although I am invisible, so they can't see me super well still.
This is not a stealth mission.
Well, it is. I am doing the New Game Plus where I have the optic camo. So it's really easy, and I can just walk up to people and clown on them. So this leather scale mail here is the first one. I've got to drop something to make room, and it's going to be this Rune of Cold that I will never ever use. And I'm going to go ahead and burn my last Greater Identify scroll on it, just so I can show off that it is the leather scale mail Thalkatoth. Increases your dexterity and speed by 3, and speed is good. Also provides resistance to acid, sound, and shards. And has a pretty nice armor bonus of total of 36. So that's going on. It's going to replace my resist fire. And just for the record, you don't have to kill everything on the level. You can have a stealthy character and just try to sneak by as much as you can. But the fact that the artifacts are in these corners makes it kind of difficult to do that. So yeah, I'm going to end up leaving a lot of loot behind from all these dead orcs. But the prizes are the artifacts, not the loot from killing orcs. You can kill orcs pretty much anywhere in the Orc Caves, as you may well expect. So the next one's going to be over here into the north, although here we're getting some ogres, more dangerous monsters in melee, hill orcs, notification sounds.
Yeah, that's stepdad asking something. I need to go look up something on GameStop real fast.
Well, while you do that, I'm going to kill Grishnak the Hill Orc.
Trade values.
Yeah, I did it first, so I win. You're still looking things up, but Grishnak is dead. And I have his glaive, which is probably not great, but more likely to be special than just any old orc drop. So this Mangaush, however you want to pronounce this, is the next item. I'm going to go ahead and drop this Ring of Slaying, since I foolishly bought it. Unfortunately, I can't tell you about it until I get back to town and identify it, but I promise you it's good. I'm just going to have to debate whether it's better than Glamdring or not. It probably is. I'm just going to let these... No, I don't really want to let these hill orcs live. I'm sorry. I almost said I was going to let you live, and I changed my mind. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Time to read a scroll of Satisfy Hunger. Which is what you rely on as an undead zombie troll to feed yourself in the wild. And honestly, if you're just a normal character, you will end up using these almost certainly. Mostly because they weigh less than regular food. Anyway, Gulfimble, the Hill Orc Chief, was hiding back here with the artifact like a coward. I'm going to need to figure out what to ditch now. It's probably going to be these 20 empty bottles, since I can make empty bottles back in town if I want to. And I will grab the set of leather gloves. The artifact gloves for which alchemists come into this level 4. I already said 4, whatever. I'm on medication, I'm not going to be good at grammar.
My thumb is too sweaty to use my Touch ID.
To use your what?
The Touch ID on my iPhone.
No. Just enter your PIN. So yeah, once you leave a unique level, it is gone forever. If you don't pick up these 3 artifacts, they are lost forever. They will not respawn at all. They won't be dropped, even if you have preservation mode on. But here we are down past it. It's a normal orc level, so I'm going to recall out and just deal with inventory stuff. I'm going to murder some half-orcs while I'm here, since they're not letting me sleep. I just wanted to sleep on the staircase, but they had to go and disturb me. Oh, there's a lot of you. Oh, there we go. I'm back on the surface. Now then. This indigo potion is cure light wounds, who cares? This scroll is trapdoor destruction. That's actually a really good scroll. And we're going to identify the Mountain Gauche, just so I can decide whether I want to use the Mountain Gauche of Mithros or Glamdring. But it increases intelligence, dexterity, and speed by 3. Provides immunity to paralysis. That's free action. I'm definitely... Never mind. I'm using this. Guaranteed. I'm using this, and then I'm putting my Boots of Speed back on. Even if they are only +1 speed. Right, I'm selling off this scroll of nothing. And you don't have any scrolls of normal identification because you're a bunch of jerks. What the heck is that sound, Mateo?
What sound?
Your microphone connection is bad or something and getting feedback of some sort, some kind of staticky sound.
I have no idea.
So I don't need these average iron shots, and if I sell one of these good exploding silver bolts, he will kindly identify the whole stack for me, and I can sell the rest at full value. Again, not that money means anything at this point, but it's the principle of the thing. Also, it's a Let's Play, so I'm telling you how to do things, kind of a thing. We've got one more scroll of greater identify for the leather gloves, and they are the leather gloves Camathrim. They provide light, they can be activated for magic missile, they sustain your constitution, they also give free action, and they give resistance to light. All around, pretty darn good. So we don't have our basic resists yet, but we do have a good number of the essential ones, including fear. We resist fear, we have free action. We resist poison, blindness, we can't go blind. We can see invisible, we have slow digestion, all kinds of good things. Also, some poor monster has been wasting its turns cursing me. And of course they don't sell any scrolls of remove curse right now. How I loathe them. Anyway, let's start identifying all this good crap for some reason. I don't know why I kept that broken dagger. Oh, I got no more scrolls of identify. So what am I missing? I'm missing a cloak, a shield, a light source. I'm just going to throw on this shield that I've got. I don't have any cloaks. I can start selling crap. And as for here, I don't need this broken dagger. You know what? I don't even need all these good items here that I've got. I'm just going to sell off all this stuff. Oh. His store is full, and I've still got 2 things. Guess I'm selling them to the black market. for literally pennies. And since it's Gandalf's sword and all, I'm going to go ahead and keep Glamdring. Let it hang out here. And we've got 20 minutes. I think that's enough time to show off one last thing. Although I'm going to make it daytime first. There we go, satisfy hunger, that's what I'm after. We're going to head to our next town. We're going to take a little trip to Lothlorien. That's not it. Look at all these dungeons that I'm passing. We're going to get to those later. I'm going to go south around the Mines of Moria, not through them. I'm getting hungry. That's why I brought Scrolls of Satisfy Hunger, though. Swing back up, and there's Lothlorien. Lothlorien has some different unique shops, and they have a house quest, which I'm going to do now. This house quest is just clearing out this house of a bunch of wolves. You kill all the wolves and wargs and whatnot, and you win. And the only problem is they tend to run away from you rather than fight you. So you have to hunt them all down, and it's pain. Unlike the Bree house quest, however, you saw the stairs down there. In the bottom right, you can leave at any time, as long as assuming you can get there. If you're an archer, you can actually use this to scum ingredients for custom ammo, because all these skeletons that are lying around will respawn when you leave and re-enter this level, and you can use skeletons with archery to make arrows, which is kind of morbid when you think about it.
Just a little.
There's one. I'm trying to get these stragglers and hiders and whatnot that I have not found yet. There's one. There we go. Lothlorien is safer now. Now I can leave and it will become my house. It has its own inventory separate from my Bree house, which means more storage, but if I want my items from Bree, I have to walk back to Bree. Also in Lothlorien is Galadriel. She will tell you your fates, like the fortune teller in Bree, but you can also pay her 1,500 gold, and she will basically use Greater Identify on an item. It's called researching it. Pretty sure her doing it still counts as you learning the recipe for the purposes of alchemy. Why she charges you for this when you're trying to save the world and all, who knows? There's also a ranger who will enchant your arrows and bows for 500 gold. Up to, I think, plus 10. Or plus... It's either plus 10, or plus 7, Or it might be based on your level, but I don't think it's that. I think it's either plus 10 or plus 7. It has its own black market. Has some other crap. What's up here? Oh yeah, this is a wizard spire. You can pay him 900 gold, and he'll identify everything in your pack. But it's just the lesser identify, not the greater identify. You can also pay him, and he will recharge an item once for you. So if you have an empty staff or wand, he can put a few charges in it. But he flags the item as not being able to be recharged anymore, and also you cannot extract essences from a recharged item. So alchemists can't really use it. And it'll also give you quests that are like randomly generated. Do X quests. Like usually like killing a bunch of monsters. Bringing him something. Likewise, there's a Beastmaster who will just randomly say, I want the corpse of this kind of monster. And you can do that and get a few skill points. It's not super useful, is what I'm trying to impart upon you. There's also a healer. I don't even know what healing prayer does, honestly. I've never seen it be useful at all. Restoration will restore your stats if they've been drained. So you don't have to hunt for specific potions of restore whatever. I don't remember if he will restore life levels or not. If he'll restore drained experience. But generally it's easier to just kill things to get experience again than try to recover it. But all of that pales in comparison to the most important building in Lothlorien, and why it will be your main adventuring hub once you unlock it, or reach it, or whatever. Walk to it. And that is the Thunderlord's Nest. You may remember when we hit level 45, that Thunderlord showed up and said, hey, we gotta go to Gondor. Gondor's in trouble. If you don't come with me to Gondor, it'll be destroyed. And then bam, we teleported there. Well, he can recall us to the dungeon, similar to that recall store that we found in the Orc Cave market. Or we can pay him 10 grand to just teleport to the dungeon level of our choice, of the dungeon of our choice. With one exception, he won't teleport us to Angband.
Is Angband the final one?
Angband is the final one. We cannot just skip to the very bottom level of Angband, kill Morgoth, and win the game instantly.
Ah, that'd be too easy.
We have to fight all the way through Angband. So, we're here because once you've done some exploring in the Orc Cave and you feel comfortable with it, and you've got about 300 hit points and some speed bonuses, you're ready to do a certain dungeon and kill a boss of it. And the certain dungeon is the Maze of the Minotaur, and you're killing the Minotaur. It's very Tolkien-esque, I know. Nothing to do with Greek mythology. But he's got a unique artifact helm as a reward that's actually really good. And I want it. So I'm going to teleport to a dungeon level. Now you can select from a list of dungeons that you've been in. Or if you know the name of the dungeon that you want to go to, you can type it in. And Maze of the Minotaur is abbreviated as Maze. So you need to type in Maze. If you type in the whole thing, it doesn't work. And we want to go to the bottom level. It's level 37. And he charges us 10 grand, and we take one step out, and bam, we're yanked down into it. So, it looks like any other level. It's all granite walls. There's no other terrain. There's some doors, probably, but... I seem to not be keeping a map of the walls as I move. And that is because in the Maze of the Minotaur, you have no map memory. The whole dungeon is on this screen, but you can only ever see whatever your light radius is.
Lovely.
And I hope you have a good memory, or you enjoy tunneling through walls. Because here I am at 2 dead ends. And, oh, I just killed the ninja. And somewhere around here, oh, and of course there are secret doors just in the middle of walls. They don't necessarily appear at dead ends. Somewhere in here is the Minotaur. And I just want to kill him. I don't need a rune lightning. I'm going to try to keep up. I got hit by a trap. I got hit by another trap. I have looped around. Yeah, somewhere amidst all this is the Minotaur, and he can be a pain to find sometimes. And by sometimes, I mean every time. It always takes longer than it should. And there's a copious number of traps here. Up. A Zorn has tunneled through a wall. No, wait. He doesn't tunnel through walls. That's something else. Umber Hulks are also a capital X and tunnel through walls. Zorns walk through walls.
I'm waiting for you to find a Gru.
I'm pretty sure there aren't any in this game unless joke monsters are turned on. And yes, there is a setting to turn on joke monsters.
I believe it.
And I just have a bunch of crap in my inventory now. That was a trap that didn't have any visible effect. Oh, here we go, the Minotaur. That was quicker than average, if you can believe it. Needless to say, he's a big melee bruiser. But, as long as you've got plus 10 speed, give or take, and 300 hit points, and some reliable healing, you can take him out pretty well, and he'll drop his steel helm. And with that, we're done. We're going to get out of here. Scroll a word of recall. And we're back in Lothlorien just like that. So let's show off researching an item with Galadriel to see that we have the Steel Helm of Hammerhand. Grants you the power of Berserk if it's being worn. That's not very good. Increases all of your physical stats by 3 and sustains them all and makes you fearless and gives you good resistances and slows your metabolism. There are times where your mages will wear this helm just for the extra health and resistances that it gives you. Because plus 3 to your physical stats is nice. Obviously, I'm an alchemist. I'm eventually going to have a ton of custom stuff. And I'm going to put Hammerhand to shame. But for a normal character, and even for my character right now, it's a darn good helm. So yeah, my dex is close to max now. 37 out of 40. I'm going to hit I to identify my possessions and see that I've got a bunch of crap. A bunch of plus 0 nothing and some cursed crap. And And I got an essence of teleport somewhere. So yeah, Lothlorien is the town that you are going to make your home base 99% of the time. Just because Galadriel is useful, but the Thunderlord's Nest is super useful. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Nope, I don't want to destroy that. I want to destroy all the cursed items. And now I can sell off the rest. Let's head to the magic shop. Alright. I think that will do it for tonight. I want to thank Mateo for joining me, as sick as he was. Next time, I think I'm going to finish out the Orc Caves, just to say that we did the whole dungeon. And then I'm not sure what dungeon we should do after that, honestly. But yeah, we'll finish out the Orc Caves and we'll see where to go from there. And until then, take care.